Dear shareholders, good day and a very warm welcome to the 12th Annual General Meeting of Swiggy Limited. As a reminder, for the smooth conduct of the meeting, the members will be in the mute mode and audio and video will be enabled when they are called upon to speak at the AGM as per the pre-registration. Please note that as per the requirements, the proceedings of the Annual General Meeting will be recorded and available on the website of the company. I now hand over the proceedings to Ms. Kaveri Sriram, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Thanks, Nirav. A very good morning, everyone. It's our pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all of you, the 12th Annual General Meeting of Swiggy Limited. This meeting is being conducted through video conferencing in compliance with the applicable guidelines and circulars issued by the MCA and SEBI. The company has taken all necessary measures to ensure that shareholders are able to participate in this AGM seamlessly through the virtual platform. The proceedings are also being webcast live via NSDL for your convenience. Mr. Anand Kripalu, Chairman of the Board, will chair this meeting. The notice convening the 12th AGM, along with the annual report for the financial year 24-25, has been sent to all shareholders whose email IDs are available with the company and the depositories. As the AGM is being held through VC, the requirement to appoint proxies has been dispensed with. In terms of the provisions of Companies Act and SEBI LODR, the company has facilitated the option of voting for all businesses set out in the notice. The e-voting was open from the 18th of August until the 20th. The statutory registers, as required by the Companies Act, and other documents referred to in the notice are available for inspection online through the NSDL portal. Members who have not cast their votes through remote e-voting are requested to vote during the AGM or within 15 minutes thereafter by way of an e-voting facility available on the platform. There will be no proposing or seconding of the resolutions. To ensure a smooth conduct of the AGM, all participants will be on mute mode. Shareholders who have pre-registered for the Q&A will be invited and the moderator will prompt each shareholder to unmute themselves, after which they may express their views or queries. The speaker shareholders are requested to restrict their questions to a maximum of 2 minutes. Further, the representatives of our statutory auditors, BSR & Co. LLP, Mr. Pradeep Kulkarni, partner from V. Sridharan Associates, the proposed secretarial auditor, and Mr. Pramod SM, scrutinizer for the e-voting process, are also attending this meeting through video conferencing. I would now request Mr. Anand Kripalu, Chairman, to conduct the proceedings of the meeting. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Kaveri, and a very good morning to all of you. As your Chairman, let me formally welcome you to the 12th Annual General Meeting of Swiggy Limited and thank you for being here with us today. On behalf of the Board of Directors and everyone at Swiggy, I extend my sincere gratitude for your continued trust, encouragement, and support towards the company and its management. Today, we are joined virtually by other distinguished members of the board. We have Mr. Shailesh Haribhakti, Independent Director. We have Ms. Suparna Mitra, Independent Director. We have Mr. Faraz Khalid, Independent Director. We have Mr. Ashutosh Sharma, Nominee Director. And we have Mr. Roger Clark Rabelais, Nominee Director. I'm also joined physically in the meeting room today by Mr. Sriharsha Majeti, Managing Director and Group CEO, Mr. Lakshman Nandan Reddy Obel, Director and Head of Innovation, Mr. Rahul Bothra, CFO, and Ms. Kaveri Sriram, the Company Secretary. We also have Mr. Abhishek Agarwal, who heads Investor Relations. As the requisite quorum is present, and with your permission, I now call the meeting to order. In terms of the MCA notifications, as the shareholders are allowed to join the AGM through video conference, the necessity of appointing proxies is dispensed with. I would like to mention that those shareholders who have pre-registered with the company will be called upon one by the moderator to pose their questions and queries during the Q&A session. The annual report for the year ended 31st March 2025, along with the director's report and audited annual accounts of the company have been shared with you, and therefore may I request that these be taken as read. This is our first AGM post our successful listing last year. Your company is one of the most well-recognized brands in India today and touches the lives at a scale and in a manner that very few can claim to do, even globally. Over the past year, we have navigated a rapidly evolving market with resilience, clarity of purpose, and the belief that building for the long term demands both bold investments as well as disciplined execution. We fulfilled 30 orders every second in FY25 and delivered joy to almost 18 million consumers every month across the length and breadth of India. No wonder then that our $1.34 billion IPO was a seminal event in the Indian startup space and the sixth largest IPO ever in Indian history. With consumer love, investor support, and employee efforts, we are a 1 lakh crore market cap company today with a 46,500 crore gross order value, growing at over 33% annually. This year was nothing short of transformational. We strengthened our footprint to over 700 cities in our largest business of food delivery, took a quantum leap in quick commerce by expanding to over 120 cities with multiple new categories, and rapidly grew the dine-out business to take it to profitability. While we took non-linear bets in creating new propositions for consumers, we also sharpened our portfolio by focusing on scalable, high-impact businesses. Food delivery swung into significantly profitable territory after its break-even late last year, with adjusted EBITDA rising to 566 crores. Instamart is now already two-thirds the size of food delivery and accelerated its growth over the year to above 100% despite high competitive intensity, supported by growth investments in expanding the dark store footprint, widening assortment, and driving customer acquisition. These results are a direct outcome of keeping our focus on operational discipline while never losing sight of the customer experience. And speaking of operations, innovation has been at the heart of our progress. We have focused on utilizing technology and innovation to make things better for the customer in a class-leading way which does not follow cookie-cutter templates. Whether it is 10-minute food delivery through Bolt and Snack, driving better efficiencies in delivery through EcoSaver batching and AI-driven allocation and routing, enabling segment-leading value through MaxSaver and 99 Store, and opening up new categories in quick commerce like medicines. Your company has been at the forefront of serving our country, growing consumption in a way that only a homegrown platform that understands India's pulse can. Our partners readily adopted the innovative solutions we unveiled to help them expand their business, including self-service advertising. Each of these innovations brings us closer to serving more customers and use cases, more reliably, with lesser friction, and at a lower cost. But growth for us is not only about scale and profitability. It's also about responsibility. This year, we formalized our ESG roadmap with concrete, measurable targets. On the environment side, we are transitioning 30% of our delivery fleet to EVs, cutting single-use plastic in partner packaging by 70%, and working towards carbon neutral operations in all Swiggy managed facilities. Socially, we are expanding delivery partner welfare programs, from accident insurance to income stability measures combined with skill development. And we've embedded ESG metrics into leadership tenets and KPIs so that accountability for sustainability sits at the very top of the organization. Over the years, governance has been a central theme at Swiggy. As we transitioned into the public world, we have made our disclosures more transparent through our much appreciated quarterly shareholders newsletter, outlined our story and priorities through a detailed annual report, which I'm sure you would have found informative, and voluntarily published a Business Responsibility and Sustainability Report, or BRSR, as well. We've strengthened our board with more independent directors to bring fresh perspectives and oversight, and move towards an independent structure in line with global best practices. And we've stepped up investor engagement through consistent outreach to both domestic and international institutions, made ourselves available on platforms like conferences, and initiated stock coverage through 25 research houses. Our aim is to go beyond compliance and comprehension, to set the benchmark for how Indian companies can be both agile and accountable. At the core of all this is our customer-back philosophy. Every product, every process, every innovation starts with a simple question: what will truly improve the customer's life? This approach has helped us remain grounded even as we scale. We are not building Swiggy to be just another high-growth company. We are building it to become an institution, one that will outlast market cycles, earn trust year after year, and create a platform where innovation never stops. Looking ahead, our focus is clear: drive profitable growth, hit meaningful ESG milestones, keep innovating at the intersection of technology, customer need, and partner success, while continuing to strengthen our governance so that Swiggy stands tall as a gold standard. The coming years will not just be about delivering food or groceries. They will be about delivering impact. Together, we will build a Swiggy that is customer loved, partner friendly, socially responsible, and financially strong. I want to take this opportunity to thank our over 7,400 employees, our expanding family of 6 lakh delivery partners, the backbone of 2.5 lakh restaurants, merchant and brand partners, our over 5 lakh investors, and most importantly, the over 12.5 crore customers we have touched over the last 10 years. Your trust fuels our ambition, and your feedback shapes our journey. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Anand Kripalu. We now move on to the Q&A session. We will now call the names of the shareholders who have pre-registered themselves with the company one by one to pose their questions or queries. The shareholders are requested to restrict their queries to a maximum of 2 minutes. In case of any technical issues, the next shareholder who is in the queue will be called upon. The said shareholder can rejoin after the technical issue is sorted. Our first speaker shareholder is Mr. Sujin Modak. Kindly unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah. Namaskar, respected Chairman, other Board of Directors. I'm Sujan Modok. I'm attending this meeting from my residence in Kolkata, sir. I'll not take more than 2 minutes. Sir, this is the first AGM after IPO. It's a very nice feeling to speak to you, sir. And this definitely is a point of celebration. First AGM after IPO. Sir, I have got a few questions, sir. What are the main challenges at this moment our company is facing to keep this momentum continuous? And give us a guidance for next 2 years to the investors community. My third question is, sir, what is the capex plan for particularly this year, sir? Is there any new business verticals you're going to add to our this one? Any verticals you're going to add? Please tell us, sir. So one more thing I want to tell you, sir. It's my opinion actually, sir. Nowadays, this always we can see is a 10-minute delivery. We can say do 10-minute delivery, but in that process, the person who is delivering it is doing it very rush and all in this city area. So it can be they can put their life in a risk sometimes. So it can be made 15 minutes. सर 10 मिनट में अगर खाना नहीं आएगा तो मर नहीं जाने वाला सर. हाँ, तो ये थोड़ा ध्यान में रखिए. और 30% ई vehicles you are using. So when you are going to make it more, if you can tell us, sir. Sir, page 174, I can see some pending litigations are there. Unfair trade practices and restrictive trade practices and others also, they are pending. So what is your thought process on that? Please tell us. Before I finish, definitely I'd like to thank our company secretary, Madam Kaveri Sriram, and her whole team for doing a very good investor services to the investors community. Ma'am, thank you very much for connecting with us and giving us a very nice services. She is one of our best officers, no doubt of it, sir. Over to you for further proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker shareholder is Manoj Kumar Gupta. Kindly join us, panelist. Unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question. Manoj Kumar Gupta, requesting you to kindly unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, respected Chairman, Board Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I've joined this meeting from my residence city of Joy, Kolkata. I feel proud to be a shareholder of Swiggy. First of all, I warm welcome the new company secretary who served in better manner. Sir, what's your future plan and how you will protect the employees from the caste, creed and color by the customers? With this, I strongly support all the resolutions with the hope that we will get good return in coming time under your leadership. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Our next speaker shareholder is Bimal Krishna Sarkar. Kindly join us, panelist. Unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question. Go ahead, sir.
हेलो सर, ऑडिएबल सर?
Yes, sir.
सर मैं विमल कृष्ण सरकार, मेरा रेसिडेंस कोलकाता में ज्वाइन कर रहा हूँ. माननीय सभापति जी, अन्य पदाधिकारी, KMP's कंपनी सेक्रेटरी सर, मैं कंपनी सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ. उन्होंने बहुत पहले ही एनुअल रिपोर्ट और लिंक भी भेज दिया है और पर गुड रिलेशन के लिए भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ. चेयरमैन साहब, आपने आपका जो एक्सीलेंट स्पीच रखा है, वैल्यूएबल और एक्सीलेंट जो प्रेजेंटेशन रखा है उसमें सारे चीज को क्लियर कर दिया है। सर इस बार जो आपने रिजल्ट लेकर आए हैं, इंक्रीज रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन इंक्रीज बाय 35.38%। सर ये और बहुत अच्छी रिजल्ट लेके आए हैं, इसलिए और कंपनी का पोजीशन बहुत अच्छा है। सर मेरा एक ही क्वेश्चन है सर, कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर का प्लान नेक्स्ट 2 ईयर्स के लिए क्या है? सर मैं ज्यादा नहीं कहूंगा। सर चेयरमैन साहब, आप पूरा टोटल एम्प्लॉय, आदरणीय कंपनी सेक्रेटरी मैडम, सब के लिए मैं ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करता हूं सर आप लोग सब स्वस्थ रहे और हमारा कंपनी को ऐसे ही इस तरीके से आगे लेके चले। सर मेरे को बोलने का मौका दिया इसलिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नमस्कार सर।
Thank you very much. Our next speaker shareholder is Ashish Shankar Bansal. Kindly join as panelist, unmute your audio and video, and proceed with your question.
You can hear my voice, sir?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Respected Chairman and Board of Directors, good morning, everyone. Thank you for sending the annual report and connecting to this AGM today. Already I have given my queries. I thank you very much for the listing in PSC for the shareholder. I hope you will give good dividend and bonus upcoming years. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker shareholder is Elizabeth Mascarenas. Requesting you to join as panelist, unmute your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am,
Am I
you're
audible?
audible. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Chairman, sir, other members on the dais, my dear fellow shareholders, I'm Mrs. C. Mascarenas speaking from Mumbai. First of all, I thank the company secretary, Madam Kauri, Sriram, for sending me annual report, also registering me and giving me this platform, which is very good to unlock. Now, AR's annual report is full of information, facts, figures, and self-explanatory, adhering to all the norms of corporate governance. Our working is good. Revenues are up. And this is the first year. So I feel there should be, after the IPO, there should be a celebration, and we are in all the food deliveries and all. So the Swiggy must celebrate with us, Anyway, our values behind, I go to the page 51, our values behind vision on page 5, grants CSR and ESG efforts going on. Now my query is, we have 7,400 employees. What is the average age and attrition level? We have also ensured them, that's a very good thing. Now we are in 5 verticals, I think: food delivery, quick commerce, out of home consumption, platform, innovative, and supply chain and distribution. Which among these 5 we get good margins along with good growth? On page 59, we have given the challenges among
Go ahead, sir. You're audible. Sir, requesting you to unmute, please.
ठीक है ना?
Yes, sir.
माननीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित निर्देशक मंडल के सदस्यगण, अधिकारीगण और कर्मचारीगण, मैं संतोष कुमार श्राप कलकत्ता से आप सभी को राम राम कहता हूँ। आशा करता हूँ आप लोग अच्छे स्वास्थ्य में होंगे। आनंद जी, आपने अपने वक्तव्य में बहुत कुछ अच्छा बताया और अपने इतना अच्छा बताया कि मेरे पास पूछने के लिए कोई प्रश्न नहीं बैठे। और आपकी जो फाइनेंशियल टीम, उन्होंने इतनी अच्छी बैलेंस शीट दी है कि क्या बताऊं। पूछने के लिए मैं ये तो आपके फाइनेंस टीम को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा अगले साल के लिए कि पहली मीटिंग उन्होंने सब कुछ दे दिया, अगले साल रिक्वेस्ट एक आध पॉइंट हमारे लिए छोड़ दें जिससे हम कोई प्रश्न कर सके। अगर आप सभी कुछ बता देंगे तो हम किस पर प्रश्न करेंगे। तो उनसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि थोड़ा छोड़े। और मैं आपके जितने भी कर्मचारी हैं जो अपने फील्ड में काम करते हैं उनको भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ, जिनकी कड़ी मेहनत के कारण आज हमारी कंपनी इतना अच्छा काम कर रही है। उनकी फैमिली का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जो बैकबोन के रूप में उनके साथ में खड़ी रहती है, जिससे पूर्ण क्षमता से अपना काम हमें प्रदान करते हैं। मैं सेक्रेटरी और उनकी टीम का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ काफी अच्छी सर्विस देने के लिए। आशा करता हूँ उनसे कि ऐसी तरह सर्विस प्रदान करेंगे। सर, बैलेंस शीट में तो कुछ पूछने के लिए है नहीं कि आपने सब कुछ दे दिया और अपने वक्तव्य में आपने सब कुछ बताया, ESG के बारे में बता दिया, एवरीथिंग आपने बता दिया। फिर मैं एक प्रश्न करना चाहूंगा सर कि जैसे जोमेटो वाले ब्लिंकिट का अलग से बिजनेस कर रहे हैं तो हमारे स्विगी की भी रीच घर घर में है, तो क्या हम भी इस तरह का कोई डिवीजन खोल सकते हैं जिससे हम डेली की चीजें, जैसे 10 मिनट में हम खाना पहुंचाते हैं उसी 10 मिनट के अंदर में दूसरी चीजें भी पहुंचाएं? तो शायद विचार करिएगा, अच्छा होगा। क्योंकि आदमी को चीजें तो मिलती है खाने की, लेकिन उसके साथ में अगर मटेरियल घर के मिलते हैं तो डबल फायदा होता है, डबल रीच होती है। और स्विगी का नाम अपने इंडिया में बहुत अच्छा है, क्योंकि मैं सोचता मेरे घर में काफी यूज होते हैं, तो इसका विचार करिएगा। और ज्यादा कुछ नहीं, पहली साल आपने बहुत अच्छी बैलेंस शीट दी है, तो मैं आपके CFO और उनका आभार प्रकट करना चाहूंगा कि इतनी बैलेंस शीट दी है कि मेरे पास प्रश्न ही नहीं है। और आगे करता हूँ कि आपकी उन्नति हो और आगे बढ़े सर। सर, लास्ट में मैं फाइनेंशियल 25-26 की आप सभी को शुभकामना देता हूँ। एक प्रश्न है मेरा सर कि हम जो सप्लाई लाइन है डिलीवरी मैन, उसमें अपनी फीमेल परसेंटेज कितनी है और उसमें आगे बढ़ाने की विचार कर सकते हैं तो बताने का कोशिश करिएगा। सर, मैं आने वाले फाइनेंशियल 25-26 की आप सभी को शुभकामना देता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ फाइनेंशियल 25-26 हमारी कंपनी के साथ साथ हमारे जितने डायरेक्टर भाई बहन हैं, जितने भी एसोसिएट भाई बहन हैं, जितने भी कर्मचारी भाई बहन हैं, उनके लिए हेल्दी, वेज और प्रॉस्पेर सेफ्टी के साथ व्यतीत होगा सर। और सर, आने वाले त्योहारों की, आपके राष्ट्रीय त्योहारों या आपके पर्सनल त्योहारों, उनकी भी शुभकामना देता हूँ, भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ हाथ जोड़ के ये त्योहार आपकी हमारी सबकी जिंदगी में खुशियां और आनंद लेके आए। सर, मैं लास्ट में मॉडरेटर का आभार प्रकट करते हुए अपना वक्तव्य समाप्त करता हूँ। फ्यूचर में BC मीटिंग रखिएगा, यही आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है, जिससे आपके अच्छे काम के प्रति हम अपनी भावना प्रकट कर सके, कर्मचारी के प्रति अपनी भावना प्रकट। जय हिंद, जय भारत, राम राम।
Thank you very much. Our next speaker shareholder is Santosh Chopra. Kindly join us, panelist. Unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question. Santosh Chopra, go ahead.
Hello. राम राम जी, नमस्कार। मैं संतोष चोपड़ा दिल्ली और पूरी सचिवालय टीम को निवेशकों से अच्छे संबंध बनाए रखने के लिए धन्यवाद देता हूं। साथ ही प्रबंधन को बेहतर परिणामों के लिए बधाई देता हूं, क्योंकि मेरी अधिकतम संबंधित शंकाएं माननीय अध्यक्ष और पिछले वक्ताओं द्वारा उनके व्यक्त भाषण में पहले ही कवर की जा चुकी हैं। हेलो, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. You're audible.
ओके, थैंक यू। इसलिए मैं अपने प्रश्नों सुझावों को कुछ बिंदुओं तक सीमित रखूंगा। सर, व्हाट इज द शेयर होल्डिंग पैटर्न बिटवीन प्राइवेट प्रमोटर्स, MIH India Food Holdings, SVF songbird and public. What is the distribution or difference between Zomato and Swiggy? Mm, Providing nature calamity sufferers, drug addict sufferers. How many women employees are there in the company, and what steps the company has taken to empower women employees? What is the whistleblower policy of your company? अंत में मैं प्रबंधन सभी कार्यपालकों पूरे कार्यबल और अपने सह शेयर वक्ताओं को आगामी त्योहारों की शुभकामनाएं देता हूं और ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करता हूं कंपनी को समृद्धि और सफलता मिले धन्यवाद राम 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 राम
Thank you very much. Our next speaker shareholder is Sarvajit Singh. Kindly join as panelist, unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question.
Hello, Chairman sir. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Chairman sir, first of all, good morning to you, all the board of directors, all the staff of Swiggy Limited and my co-fellow shareholders. चेयरमैन सर, जिस तरीके से आपने अपनी ओपनिंग रिमार्क्स में हमें कंपनी के बारे में बताया और सर जिस तरीके का हमारा नाम है, ये सर हर एक शख्स सर हमारे नाम को जानता है, ये सर एक काबिले तारीफ है हमारी कंपनी के बारे में. बाकी चेयरमैन सर, जिस तरीके का हमारा नाम है सर, उतना ही बेड़ा गर्क हमारी कंपनी का कर रहे हैं हमारे सीएस मैडम की. मतलब सर ये हमारी कंपनी की पहली एजीएम है सर, हमारे को कौन इतनी पढ़ाई करा रहा है कि सर हम एक कम से कम स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर से भी सर हम लिंक करके ये नहीं बता सकते कि आपका स्पीकर नंबर इतना है. सर मैं सर ये कहना चाहूंगा सर, जिस तरीके से आपने आपकी हमारी कंपनी में एम्प्लॉय जितने काम कर रहे हैं सर, मिनिमम 2 या 3 छोटे सीएस इनको और दीजिए अपनी सेक्रेटरी मैडम को, कि ताकि ये काम भी कर पाए. क्योंकि सर हमारी पहली एजीएम है और इसके अंदर भी अगर ये इतना काम भी नहीं कर पाए तो सर ये इतनी सैलरियां जो इन लोगों को मिल रही हैं सर, किस बुनियाद पे मिल रही हैं सर, थोड़ा सा इस बारे में बताएं. बाकी चेयरमैन सर, हमारी कंपनी में प्रमोटरों का हमारा विश्वास क्यों इतना कम है सर, थोड़ा सा इस बारे में बताएं. क्योंकि सर जिस तरीके से मैं देख रहा हूं सर, हमारी प्रमोटर होल्डिंग तो मुझे दिख ही नहीं रही. तो सर किस तरीके का विश्वास है हमारी कंपनी में हमारे प्रमोटर्स का सर, थोड़ा सा इस बारे में बताएं. बाकी चेयरमैन सर यही कहना चाहूंगा सर कि हम लोग जो हमारे चेयरमैन साहब हैं और चाहे वो डायरेक्टर्स हैं चाहे कोई भी है सर, ये लोग सर अगर एक अगर हमारी एजीएम हो रही है या ईजीएम हो रही है या कोर्ट मीटिंग हो रही है सर, इन लोगों को इतनी सिटिंग फीसेस मिलती है, तो हमारी सीएस मैडम का ये कोई अधिकार नहीं बनता क्या स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर को सर सिर्फ इतना बताया जाए कि आपका स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर नंबर इतना है. बाकी चेयरमैन सर, अगर ये चीज भी अगर आप अपने हैंड में ही लेके सर ध्यान रखेंगे अगली बार से, तो सर इस तरीके की जो बात है सर, ये एजीएम तक नहीं आ पाएगी. बाकी चेयरमैन सर यही कहना चाहूंगा सर, जिस तरीके से हमारी कंपनी का नाम है सर, इसका पूरा पालन करते हुए सर, अगर आप ही अगली एजीएम से एक चीज को देखें और एक शेयर होल्डर क्या स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर नंबर वगैरह सर उनको बता के अगर आप चलेंगे तो सर हमारी कंपनी सर और भी ज्यादा तरक्की करेगी. बाकी चेयरमैन सर यही कहना चाहूंगा कि चाहे वो डायरेक्टर्स हो, चाहे वो चेयरमैन आप हो, चाहे वो कोई भी हो सर, अगर इतनी इन लोगों की सीटिंग फीसिस एक एजीएम के या ईजीएम के लिए दी जाती हैं, तो सर जो स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर हमारी कंपनी में जुड़ा सर, उन लोगों का भी ध्यान रखा जाए. थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच कि आपने हमें बोलने का मौका दिया.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker shareholder is Jaydeep Bakshi. Kindly join as panelist, unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question.
Yes, very good morning, Chairman, MD, Board of Directors and CFO. Myself, Jaydeep Bakshi, connecting from the city of Kolkata. First of all, I convey my thanks to our company secretary, Kaveri Madam, for giving me an opportunity and maintaining good investor-friendly relations with the shareholder and presenting a detailed and informative annual report. Sir, your initial speech was very much informative, shared about our company's affairs, and myself very much proud to be part of this, our recognized brand, and also to be part in this first IPO, post-IPO, this AGM. Our revenue from operation is on the higher side. Congrats once again when we continue with this momentum in the future. So we have different verticals. What is the percentage of revenue earning on the higher side? Which vertical is giving it? And with every blink of eye, we can find Swiggy everywhere, serving the urban consumers. Continue with it. And our unmatched opportunities well highlighted in page 10. And also you highlighted in your speech about the accidental insurance. Continue with it. What are the steps are we taking to strengthen our marketing capabilities to drive engagement and brand recognitions? Kindly share some thoughts. And with rising urbanization, what are we targeting the next generation for more business and out-of-home consumption? Kindly share some thoughts. And lastly, about the data protection, kindly share some thoughts. And I've supported all the resolution and wish our company continue with our idea of simplifying and enriching everyday living by meeting consumers' needs along with the values of our vision. And sir, madam, continue with the VC in future so that we can easily get connected. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam, for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Atanu Saha. Kindly join us, panelist, and mute your audio and video and proceed with your question.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. I, Atanu Shah, a shareholder of Swiggy Limited, whereas formerly known as Bundi Technologies Private Limited and Swiggy Private Limited. Today is 21st August 2025, on Thursday. Our company organizing its 12th annual general meeting, whereas its first annual general meeting of after IPO. My respective chairman, sir, Anand Kripal ji, and all independent directors, and our MD, Srinivas ji, and our company secretary, Madam Kaveri Srinivas ji, and her total team, and their good hospitality management, good hospitality relation with our all stakeholders, shareholders, very good investor service. As far as 300, our chairman's speech is very informative. Before I have to say, our 350 pages were annual report. It is beautiful. Sir, in this sense, my question, my previous shareholder already raised number of queries. The question, if we have, then I do send by later next on your future. But in this sense, my question is, what is our future plan related with ESG concern? ESG's concern with capex plan. I, Atanu Shah, already casted my vote. The matter of 1 to 4, it's ordinary, and 5 to 9, it's special resolution. Thank you. I, Atanu Shah, I wish definitely a good year ahead with result and good dividend. Thank you, sir. Thank you, our all shareholders and present in this virtual meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Lekha Shah. Kindly join us, panelist, and mute your audio and video and proceed with your question.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good morning and regards to everyone. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. First of all, on this landmark day, I would like to welcome all our directors and employees on behalf of the shareholders. And also, I would like to welcome our new company secretary, Kaveri ma'am, on the board. I know her for a long time for her previous company. Chairman, sir, I'm sure that she will add lot of value to our company. Sir, your opening remarks were so insightful and comprehensive that you have already addressed everything I had in mind. Chairman, sir, I pray to God that He always shower His blessing upon you. Sir, may all your upcoming festival filled with joy and blessings, sir. Again, I thank our company secretary, Kaveri ma'am, for the best performance and always outstanding support for all my doubts. Sir, I would like to ask few questions. My first question is, Swiggy has reported strong GMV growth, but profitability is still a concern. By when does the management expect to achieve sustainability profits? And my second question is, what is the current contribution margin for food delivery, Instamart and other verticals? Sir, I hope the company will continue video conference meeting in future. So I would like to say I strongly and wholeheartedly support all the resolutions for today's meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker shareholder is Kanika Jain. Kindly join us, panelist, and meet your audio and video and proceed with your question. Go
Hello.
ahead, ma'am. You're audible.
Okay. I, Kanika Jain, attending the AGM from Delhi. I thanks to company secretary and his entire team for providing me opportunity to express my views. I also thanks to our CEO, Madam, for excellent speech and detailed information regarding performance of our company. I am very happy to the business growth of our company. My most of query cover under CEO sir's speech. My query is regarding the profit of the company. The losses have been increased, but the shareholders' price is increasing. Is the price is increasing only for the purpose of AGM, or how would you reward the shareholders in the flying year 26? I support all the resolutions. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Our last speaker shareholder is Rishikesh Chopra. Kindly join us, panelist, unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question. Rishikesh Chopra, kindly accept the prompt, unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question. Rishikesh Chopra, kindly accept the prompt, unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir, we can. Go ahead.
Okay, many thanks for the opportunity. And first of all, I thanks to the secretarial department, the company secretary, to send the link and organize it very well. But as the previous speaker holder has requested, if in the future she can send the speaker shareholder number, and just like you have got a delivery time, you can have a speaker time also as per the software. You've got a software team, you give 10 minutes for the chairman's speech, and after that 2 minutes to each participant. So your perspective time is this. Okay, so do something like a creative person or creative company. And now coming back to the business of and affairs of the company, you've done your improvement has improved, and I must congratulate the hard work and sincerity of the management. But Mr. Anand and the MD, I must put your attention on this side that although the numbers are improving, but the trust factor among the consumers are going down. The deliveries which you send to our houses, especially the food, is not so great. You see the YouTube videos, you see this thing means 10 out of 2 or 3 deliveries are bad, especially in where we used to stay in Delhi and Ghaziabad area. You know, you don't have the rating criteria for the restaurants, even if that is there 4.6 or 4.2 whatsoever they have, but some of them are not genuine. if you can work on that on the long run, people will trust you more. I will appreciate that. If you can do something on that, then second thing comes that you must make a video every week of the restaurant, how it looks from outside, how it looks from what the things they are doing for the cleanliness, or what the initiatives they have done on the ground, or you help them by means if you give them a bonus because as this thing give them a small thing like a jhadu or this phenyl or this thing on a weekly basis. I'm sorry, this is a very cheap thing to talk, but if you can motivate them to be means have a good hygiene level within this thing, then only they can do. And the secondly most important point from the restaurant point of view, the good restaurants are not joining you, just like quality in Connaught Place. That's a high end in this thing, but he don't want to pay 28% commission to you or 23% commission. So if the restaurant has got a good brand, has got well established food, you must charge at least 7 or 8% or 10%, even if you don't make profit in those restaurants, but the customer will not go to other platforms. Your next competitor has already done that, officially or unofficially, I don't know whether you know it. So you must have a good restaurants which are already there in the business from last 20 years. They don't want to do a business with Swiggy because you charge very high commission or this thing, or they have got their own delivery thing, just like Navratna in Navi Mumbai. Just check that. You will come to know. I'm just giving you the few examples. I don't want to be chief strategist officer but if you will not do this kind of small initiatives, your business will be closed in next 5 years. I'm telling you, Indians have got a psychology to change the things. These days they like the cheap food. Okay, you are doing a great job by serving the bottom of the pyramid, but this thing won't work in the long run and you won't be able to make the profit. Okay, secondly, most point from the point of the person who are delivering, I appreciate in a job scarcity country like India, you're giving the jobs to around 500,000 people on a part-time basis with good income, but try about their safety. What about their hygiene? What about the quality of the delivery? What about their literacy and education of their next generation and themselves, how they talk to the customer? You have not given any detail of this in the annual report about that what are the initiatives on the ground you are doing for the people who are delivering the food. You just said that you have taken this electric vehicle or some other mode to deliver it. Electrics are not going to save the energy. Electric is just another way. Just go to China. They don't never say electric is safe for only in the places like Delhi. That is okay. If you are delivering by cycle, you must ask the government for the initiative to pay you more GST. This thing, the food which will be delivered just like in France or in Canada, if you deliver the food by cycle, you have to pay less tax to the government. Why don't you talk to the government? You are creating a job. Just tell them the right thing so that your business is sustainable. And I know you have also started the cycle thing in Connaught Place or Karol Bagh or in some of the areas I've seen. That's a great initiative. But if you will improve it in a long run, so that a lot of college students, a lot of people who need the job and they are healthy also with the cycle thing. If we can give the cycle on the subsidy basis and buy in bulk, that would be a great thing, because the Chinese cycle is only available for $60 or $50, if you import it directly. And if we can work on the hygiene of the people who comes after 5 deliveries smelling, how can I accept the food from the people who is smelling? You should have some areas where they can use the washroom or they can take the shower after 5 deliveries. Do some initiatives like that in the long run. Okay, I know you have got a very low margin, but if you will create a trust factor with all these things, I think your company will achieve the new heights. And what Mr. Anand had said, gold standards. Gold standards means the gold initiatives, not what you are talking about, the gold. Even if you have reached the silver, that is more than enough in a country like India.
Thank you very much, Rishikesh. Sorry to interrupt. We have already passed 2 minutes time.
Oh, just 1 minute. Sir, and if you can send the recording of this and top 500 shareholder list, and I'm requesting the company secretary and the director who is in charge of shareholders committee. We have requested for top 500 shareholder list and a recording of this AGM on the website, so that we can listen the answer in the future also, what you said and what you performed or not in the future. That would be there. That would be great. And the KMP notice, key managerial person notice, if we have to write to the management, where we can write who is the director who is responsible. And many thanks for the opportunity and great job for the country like India. You're doing a great job by creating the employment and giving, but do it in nicely. Just that's my request. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last speaker shareholder. I now invite Harsha, Managing Director and CEO of the company, to share his insights on the company's performance during the financial year 2024-25. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you all for your questions, dear shareholders. We will endeavor to answer most of them, including through my presentation. As this is our first AGM post-listing, I'll take the opportunity to elaborate on our consumer proposition, platform strengths, and progress made over the years, apart from the operating performance in the financial year 25. At Swiggy, we understand the pulse of the Indian consumers, and our goal is to elevate the quality of life for urban consumers by offering unparalleled convenience. We actively focus on addressing gaps in convenience needs of users by adding new offerings or supplementing existing offerings in our ecosystem and spurring innovation across our supply chain. Over the years, we've been able to expand beyond our core offerings of food delivery and quick commerce that we pioneered. Our breadth of offerings is backed by a cross-pollinated user base, a common and reusable technology stack, a broad partner network, and a horizontal membership program. In the next few slides, I'm also going to talk about the overall addressable markets that we are in, why we are excited, and then also cover each of our businesses in greater detail. If you look at this slide, we benefit from our presence in two large addressable markets, food services and retail, as they witness rapid online penetration in India. Both are significantly underpenetrated compared to global benchmarks, offering substantial growth potential. Macro trends of urbanization, digitization, formalization in India have all created solid rails for these businesses. While food delivery is a discretionary category, quick commerce in large parts is a staple use case and playing in a fast-growing market, which is more than 10x the size of the food services today. The food services market continues to expand, and online food delivery is expected to grow twice as fast, with 15 to 22% CAGR over the next few years. Quick commerce is the next big step in retail in India, growing at approximately 50 to 70% CAGR, and is expected to create a $30 to $50 billion category in the next 3-4 years. Digital penetration in grocery remains very low, despite its being the largest category in retail. This reflects the incredibly large headroom for growth that we have in the markets that we operate in. Now we'll take a small overview of the overall Swiggy platform. I first want to bring your attention to the overall numbers, the GOV for the entire B2C platform. The financial year 25 was a year of momentum marked by sustained innovation, disciplined execution, and expansion into new segments and geographies. Our B2C gross order value or GOV growth accelerated to 33% year on year to reach close to $5.5 billion. The rapidly growing quick commerce segment has risen to 32% of the overall B2C GOV mix from only 8% 3 years back, while food delivery continues to grow steadily. Our transacting user base continues to expand, and more than a third of our annual user base now utilize more than one service on the Swiggy platform. Food delivery continues to deliver on scale, sustained profitability, and innovation. Now we'll take a deeper dive into the food delivery category. Continues to deliver on scale and innovation. In FY25, we doubled down on smarter growth, sharper execution, and deeper engagement, proving that the fundamentals of food delivery are stronger than ever. We added nearly 2 million average monthly transacting users, grew our gross order value by 16.4% year on year and improved profitability with adjusted EBITDA margins expanding to 2%. The business saw a steady AOV increase even as we unleashed innovations to spur affordability like Pocket Hero and Eco Saver Mode. A major breakthrough came with Bolt, a 10-minute food delivery service. Launched in October 2024 and now present in 500 plus cities, Bolt is built for instant gratification via its 2-kilometer delivery model and already contributes over 1 in 10 orders on our platform. Food delivery may be a relatively mature category, but we believe that its next phase of growth will come from non-linear innovation, bringing new consumers into the ecosystem and new meals into delivery carts by solving for more consumption occasions. We continue to maintain our growth guidance of 18 to 22% in food delivery in the near term. We'll now take a look at the quick commerce business at Swiggy. What started as a service for urgent top-ups is now reshaping how India shops. Instamart has well expanded beyond groceries into smartphones, fashion, skincare, toys and more. It's no longer just about speed. Selection and value became key levers to amplify the category into new geographies, use cases and user cohorts. Instamart expanded to 124 plus cities in FY25, a nearly 5x in city coverage within a year. This positions us well to meet rising demand across regions, including having a first mover advantage in nascent tier 2 and tier 3 markets, bringing the convenience of 10-minute delivery to millions of new users. Our dark store count more than doubled to 1,021 stores, and our footprint expanded to 4 million square feet from just 1.5 million at the end of FY24. We've made our network denser, swifter, and more efficient, resulting in an industry-best speeds of 12.5 minutes. We've also launched 44 megapods across metros, which are next-gen hubs spanning 10 to 12,000 square foot, with capacity for over 50,000 SKUs that can be delivered to our consumers in minutes. The selection of Instamart continued to expand rapidly beyond grocery and FMCG, with newer categories like home, kitchen, toys, stationery, and medicines in certain areas. If you look at how that is also showing up in our overall results, as a result of all of these inputs that we've been investing into over the last year, the quick commerce segment demonstrated acceleration in growth rates to over 100% by the end of the fiscal, driven by greater selection, faster delivery, and aggressive network expansion. Contribution margin for the year improved 200 bips year on year to -4%. There was significant growth investments made amidst very, very high competitive intensity in this space, especially in the second half of the fiscal. We've navigated this phase with significant strides made in our customer experience and structural improvements in our operating metrics. We have started the process of unwinding losses and have improved our contribution margin by 100 bips quarter on quarter in the first quarter of FY26. Our guidance is that we will reach contribution margin break-even in the quick commerce business between December 25 to June 26. This year, we also launched a standalone Instamart app designed to offer users a faster, more direct way to access Swiggy's quick commerce experience. At the same time, Instamart remains fully accessible within the unified Swiggy app, where it continues to benefit from strong cross-pollination. This strategy ensures that we meet our users where they are. We'll now cover our out-of-home consumption business. FY25 was a breakout year for our out-of-home consumption vertical. Gross order value, or GOV, for the full year grew 41% year on year, while adjusted EBITDA margin improved to 0.3% in Q4, signaling a clear path to sustainable, scalable growth. This marks a significant turnaround within just 3 years of acquisition and integration into the primary app. Growth was driven by sustained order momentum and a steady increase in restaurant partnerships. Plus, with our new offering scenes, we've also brought bookings for in-restaurant curated live events into the Swiggy experience, adding a new vibrant layer to going out. With a growing network of over 35,000 restaurants and a playbook rooted in integration and customer experience, we're confidently poised to shape how India eats out. On a closing note, none of this would have been possible without our ever-growing base of 2.4 lakh restaurant partners that deliver the promise of Swiggy to millions of Indians every day. We're immensely proud that we've been able to expand our delivery network by 32% over the last year to 5.4 lakh delivery partners and have helped them earn with flexibility, dignity, and hope. We continue to work towards delivery partner welfare with health and life insurance packages, learning programs, and mechanisms for grievance redressal. Our goal of adding 1 lakh women delivery partners by 2030, joining hands with the NSC for financial literacy of delivery partners, and ramp up of a program to provide a career growth path for our top delivery partners are all steps towards empowering and inspiring our growing family as they empower and inspire us to serve our consumers. As we look ahead, our priorities remain clear: driving growth through consumer-backed innovation, enhancing value and convenience for our users, empowering our partners, and building a resilient, responsible, and sustainable business. Thank you all for your support over the last year, and we look forward to more and more successful years in the years to come. I'm now also going to address a few of the questions that were asked earlier in the day. Firstly, I want to thank all of the investors who spoke up for their valuable questions. And over the next few minutes, I, Rahul Bothra, our CFO, and Anand Kripalu, the chairman of our board of directors, will come and answer and address a few of the questions that were asked. So first, there were a few questions around delivery partners and our approach towards their care. Delivery partners form the backbone of Swiggy's platform ecosystem. They work flexibly with us, with many using our platform to supplement their other sources of income as well. Our earnings are structured around an order-based payout alongside incentives for retention and performance. We do not penalize partners for late deliveries, nor incentivize them for delivering faster. In even services like Bolt, which deliver food orders much quicker, delivery partners do not even know that this is a Bolt order. We continue to proactively invest in delivery partner safety, security, and socio-economic inclusion in sync with evolving regulatory frameworks and stakeholder expectations. Delivery partners receive insurance benefits, including health and hospitalization, accident insurance covering death, disability, and loss of pay, maternity cover, and ambulance services. Swiggy organizes periodic road safety training programs and workshops across cities in partnership with the state government's traffic and police departments. Through a partnership with Sulabh International, we offer free access to Sulabh Shauchalayas across the country. We run workshops to address and combat gender bias and sexual harassment within the delivery ecosystem in collaboration with the Red Dot Foundation, creating a safer and more inclusive work environment. We've recently signed an MOU with the Ministry of Labour and Employment, where Swiggy will integrate its gig opportunities, including delivery, logistics, and support roles, onto the NCS portal. Through this, we will mobilize over 12 lakh job opportunities in the next 2 to 3 years. We've also signed an MOU with the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship to launch the Swiggy Skills Program, where 2.4 lakh delivery partners and the staff of our 2 lakh restaurant partners can access online skill development courses, offline certifications, and training modules. This addresses a few of the questions that were asked on the delivery partner side. I'm now going to move on to our overall strategy, differentiation in quick commerce, etc. There were questions on our quick commerce strategy and differentiation, driven by improved assortment and basket building propositions like Max Saver. We've grown our average order value significantly over the last few quarters. We have significantly improved even our assortment and are now servicing over 30,000 SKUs for many of our metro users. And we intend to expand this coverage over the next few quarters to provide a class-leading selection of grocery and non-grocery items to our users. There were a few more pointed questions on our sustainability goals and challenges, and also updates on the EV electrification process. As part of our sustainability commitments announced earlier this year, Swiggy is committed to transitioning to a 100% electric vehicle fleet by 2030, enabling zero-emission deliveries. Towards the goal, Swiggy is scaling electric vehicle adoption by building both the ecosystem and the digital backbone to support it. Over the past year, our vendor base has doubled to nearly 50. EVs now contribute 10 to 12% of Swiggy's fleet, covering 10 million kilometers every month. Challenges are around adoption of EVs by delivery partners due to the lack of awareness of financing constraints, charging infrastructure availability, etc. To accelerate adoption further, we are now integrating real-time battery swap locators, rental APIs, and delivery partner-focused EV education within the Swiggy app. Driving behavior change through campaigns, on-ground activations, and vendor incentives. We're also addressing barriers like the absence of a second-hand EV market, limited gig-focused models, and sparse infra outside the metros. These were a few pertinent themes in the questions that were asked that I wanted to address. I now want to pass it on to Rahul Bothra, our CFO, to take a few more questions.
Thank you, Harsha. So now I will address some of the financial questions which were received both offline as well as during the investor questions during this call. So the first question was around overall profitability and losses, especially in the quick commerce business. I think if you look at some of our businesses historically, and if you take the food delivery business, from a run rate, trailing 12-month EBITDA of 54 crores, we have increased it to 700 crores in the last 12 months. Right, so that's a 13 times increase in the core food delivery business. Similarly, if you look at our out-of-home consumption business, from an operating loss of 176 crores in FY24, we turned profitable in the exit of the last financial year. I think a lot of growth investments are currently being done in our quick commerce business. We have talked about the quick commerce business turning contribution margin positive in the next 2 to 4 quarters. If you look at our latest quarterly results, we have declared a loss of roughly 260 crores in the QC contribution margin line, and therefore you should expect that over the next 2 to 4 quarters we will be able to reduce the loss in that business by the contribution margin that we just talked about. So overall, we believe that we are in a very exciting business. The quick commerce business is growing at 100% plus, and we are making the right investment both in the OPEX as well as CAPEX in this business for a sustainable long-term performance. The next question is around the CAPEX investments that we have done over the last year and any guidance that we can provide. If you look at some of the declared numbers, if you look the dark store plus the warehousing capacities that we have created for the quick commerce business, that's where a vast majority of our CAPEX investments have gone. We have created a 9 million square feet of overall coverage between our dark stores as well as the warehouses. And that will help us continue to grow sustainably over the next few quarters. So on a going forward basis, I think a lot of these CAPEX investments were done over the last 12 months. Close to 40% of our overall CAPEX deployed in our lifetime was done over the last 12 months. And we do expect this to be graded from here on as we increase our capacity utilization of the existing infrastructure network that we have built. There was some questions around litigation and number of cases. Now, if you look at our overall number of orders delivered last year was roughly 92 crores. And within that, we've received 38 consumer complaints. So a vast majority of our litigation tends to be around some of the quality of the food delivered, as well as some of the consumer complaints around that. As you've seen, 38 complaints in 92.4 crore orders in the last financial year. we do expect to continue to do well and keep passing on the feedback to our consumers and appropriately address them on the litigation side. Coming to one of the last questions around promoter holding and who are the promoters. So just to kind of state the facts here, we are a professionally managed companies. We don't have an identifiable promoter. Having said that, if you look at the list of our say top 3 shareholders between the Process Group, SoftBank as well as Axel, they hold close to 35% of the company. So while there is no identifiable promoter, between the top 3 shareholders there is 35%. And if you add the the founder directors as well as the ESOP trust, that's additional 15% of the shareholding in the company. So between the founder directors, the ESOP trust and the top 3 shareholders, that's close to 50%, which provides very good stability to our shareholder base. With this, I would like to pass on the mic to our chairman, Mr. Anand Kripalu.
Thank you, Rahul, and thank you, Harsha. So, I believe that most of the questions that shareholders had raised today have been answered. There are just a few that are left, which I will do before we close this AGM. So there was a question about gender diversity. And I just want to say at the outset that our ambition is to be an equal opportunity employer. We strive to ensure that there is balanced diversity representation in the organization. Our gender ratio today is approximately 82% male and 18% female. Clearly, this needs to be improved further, and we have been improving female participation as the workforce grows. As was mentioned earlier and Harsha touched upon it, Swiggy is also committed to onboarding 1 lakh female delivery partners by 2030. Right? We also annually recognize top women performers through something called the Swig's Tree Brigade. Okay, so clearly there is a spotlight on improving gender diversity in the company. There was a question on data protection and what's our data protection policy. Swiggy implements a comprehensive multi-layered framework for data protection, cybersecurity, and privacy across the ecosystem. This framework includes ISO 27001 certification and alignment with India's DPDP Act 2023. They utilize advanced encryption, AI-driven threat detection, regular audits, and employee training to safeguard data. Notably, and I would say thankfully, Swiggy reported no data breaches or consumer complaints concerning privacy or cybersecurity in FY 2023-24 as well as FY 24-25. So I think with that we have addressed most of the questions that shareholders have raised today. If there are any more questions or queries, you may send an email to the company secretary with your details and specific questions, and we will do our best to answer those appropriately. Since the resolutions proposed at this AGM have already been put to vote through remote e-voting by the members, the resolutions need not be proposed and seconded by members at this AGM. May I request all shareholders who have not exercised their votes to cast these votes through e-voting. Please note that the e-voting will be kept open for 15 minutes. The scrutinizer, Mr. Pramod SM, shall count the number of votes cast for and against the resolutions and will then submit his report, which will be made available on the website of the company and filed with stock exchanges within 48 hours of the conclusion of this AGM. The resolutions, as set forth in the notice, shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of the requisite number of votes. Further, I hereby authorize the company secretary to declare the results of the voting and make the necessary disclosures in this regard. So, finally, I would like to thank you for joining us in this first AGM after listing. I would like to thank all the directors the company executives, as well as you, our shareholders, for joining this meeting and look forward to your continued support and guidance. With this, I declare a formal closure of the 12th Annual General Meeting. Thank you very much.
Instructed by the scrutinizers, request all the members participating in the AGM and who have not casted their vote yet to cast their vote in the remaining period of 15 minutes. Thank you. Dear members, as advised by the scrutinizers, the time for e-voting has elapsed, and they are of the view that all the members who are participating in the annual general meeting have been given adequate time and opportunity to vote at the AGM. And this concludes the proceedings of the AGM. Thank you all for participating in the Swiggy AGM and e-voting. Thank you.